Hi, this is Jay from Lo Shu Numerology.com, and today we're going to be doing a numerology reading for Sarah. Sarah sent me her birthday digits, and I have mixed them up for her privacy. We're going to distribute these down here into the grid. The 3s always go in this location here, 2's up here, the 9's here, 1 down in the center, lower center. We've got an 8 going down here, another 1, and another 9. Now that we have all of the grid, all of the digits where we need them, we're going to be looking for patterns in the grid. These are rows, columns, or diagonals that have all numbers or no numbers. And so we can see for rows, this has nothing and something, nothing. So we've got no rows here. Columns are the same. They're a mix of some and none. This happens sometimes with readings, but we do have one diagonal, and that's this one down here. So this has no numbers in it, so it gets a dashed arrow. Okay, and then the next thing we look for are locations in the grid that have more than one digit in them, and we've got 2 of those here. We've got the 1s, and we've got the 9s. So we found the patterns that are in the grid based on your birthday, Sarah, and we have found the numbers that we need. And so the next thing to do, I'm going to grab the cards that we need here out of the Lo Shu deck and be back with your reading in just a moment. The first thing we're going to be looking at is the arrow, and this dashed arrow right here is spirituality. And since it is a dashed arrow, that is a minus, a negative spirituality. Does not mean that you don't have a spiritual side. It doesn't mean that at all. So this arrow says, is the person more spiritual or less spiritual? Well, since it's a minus, it says less spiritual, but that doesn't necessarily mean what a lot of people think that it means. While some people look for help from other sources, this minus spirituality tells me that you are willing to rely on your own experiences and your own logic when problems come up against you. You don't necessarily look for help from outside. You're able to handle that on your own. The next thing we look at are the duplicate 1s there. We've got a couple 1s, and 1 is for beginnings, and this says that you are not afraid to rely on yourself. You don't need someone to hold your hand when the going gets tough. And this is interesting because these 2 things match up really, really well. This says you're not necessarily looking for outside help. And this one says basically the same thing. It says you don't need somebody to hold your hands just to get through the rough patches in life. Basically, this is kind of doubling up on that. It's a really, really strong indicator right here. And then the last one we have are the 9s. And 9 is for change, and people who show an abundance of change are often the same people who can be counted on to get things done. People can start things. I start things all the time, and I don't ever finish them. People with change, though, they're able to actually follow through and get the things done that need to get done. And that ties in really well with the counting on yourself, using your own experiences, the things that have happened to you in your life to actually get through the tough times or the tasks maybe that you just don't want to do for one reason or the other. This says you're the kind of person who can do that. This says to me that if I've got something that really needs to get done, Sarah, I should probably call you because you are the kind of person who can get in there and make it happen. So I don't see anything negative here at all. I would say that somebody like this might have a tendency to not seek other people's help, but maybe think that you can just do it all on your own, and you could run yourself ragged doing that. So make sure that that's not the case with you. If there are things that you can delegate to somebody else, or somebody wants to help you, instead of saying, no, I got it, let them help you, because maybe you don't need the help, but that's a way to connect with other people anyway. And it might be the kind of thing where they need to help you do something for them, not necessarily for you. There's your reading, Sarah. I hope it gives you something to think about.